The migration of butterflies from the hills of the Western Ghats to the plains of the Eastern Ghats via Coimbatore was less than what the region had witnessed in 2018. Nature enthusiasts who have been monitoring the movement of butterflies also found that the annual phenomenon did not take place in one of the 7 traditional paths of migration in Coimbatore. The Supreme Court on July 8 agreed to urgently hear a petition filed by an NGO against a Bombay High Court order which upheld the reservation provided to the Maratha community in education and government jobs in Maharashtra. Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi, responding to an oral mentioning, scheduled to hear the plea on July 12. The petition, filed by Youth for Equality through its representative Sanjeet Shukla, said the 12% and 13% quota to Maratha community introduced in the socially and educationally backward classes (SEBC) Act had breached the 50% cap on reservation fixed by a constitution bench in the Indra Sawhney judgment. The High Court saw the upheld 65% reservation in Maharashtra. The reservation was enacted under political pressure and in full defiance of the rule of law and equality. The petition said, Maharashtra government has made a mockery of the rule of law. It has also used its constitutional powers arbitrarily and purely for political gains. It said, the High Court did in concluding that the mere fact that other OBCs would have to share their reservation quotas with the Marathas, if the Marathas were simply included in the existing OBC category, constitutes an exceptional circumstance warranting a breach of the 50% ceiling limit set in Indira Sawhney case. The petition said. It said the SEBC Act was unconstitutional for violating the Bombay High Court's 2015 order without removing its basis, overstepping the constitutional limitations contained in the 102nd Amendment to the Constitution, and for merely succumbing to political pressure, in complete violation of the constitutional principles of rule of law. According to the 102nd Amendment to the Constitution, reservation can be granted only for particular communities named in the list prepared by the President. The plea further claimed the Bombay High Court did in concluding that the mere fact that 85% of Maharashtra's population was backward was so extraordinary as to warrant a breach of the 50% ceiling limit. Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy is likely to convene an emergency meeting of the cabinet on Monday. The cabinet is expected to send a resolution to Governor Vajubhai Vala, seeking postponement of the monsoon session of the legislature that is scheduled to begin on July 12. As of now, leaders of the JDS Congress coalition feel there is a dire need to get some time to work towards strategies to save the government. In this context, the Chief Minister is considering the possibility of postponing the legislature session on the grounds that there is uncertainty as Speaker Ramesh Kumar has sought time to look into the resignations. Sources close to the Chief Minister told The Hindu. Here are the latest updates. Karnataka Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy has said all JDS ministers have also resigned to allow for a comprehensive cabinet reshuffle. The JDS MLAs are likely to be shifted to a resort in Kodagu on Monday. Amid the crisis gripping the Belligate coalition, the JDS leadership has booked 35 rooms for 3 nights from Monday at Paddington Resort in Somvapa in Kodagu. They were scheduled to arrive here for coffee by 5:30 p.m. today. But we received a call cancelling the coffee, said a representative from the resort. But the rooms are still booked, the resort representative added. Except Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy, all the JDS MLAs excluding 3, who are away in Mumbai, are expected to be shifted to the resort. K.S. Ishwarappa, Shivamogga MLA and former Deputy Chief Minister, has said that the countdown for the collapse of JDS Congress government in Karnataka has commenced. Mr. Ishwarappa told the media on Monday that a large number of MLAs of the ruling dispensation were seriously upset over the way in which the government was being run and had vented their ire in public on several occasions. He said that the top leaders of both JDS and Congress failed to give a patient hearing to the problems of these MLAs, following which they have tendered resignation to their posts. Refuting the allegations from former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah that BJP national leaders, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, were trying to destabilize the coalition by luring the MLAs. He said that it is not possible to lure senior leaders like Ramalinga Reddy and H. Vishwanath, who have tendered resignation for assembly membership, through any form of offers. As the senior leaders felt that they were being sidelined, they have decided to quit, he said, alleging that a few Congress leaders including Mr. Siddaramaiah were not in favor of continuation of coalition rule. He said that, to conceal his role in bringing down the coalition government, Mr. Siddaramaiah is leveling false allegations against BJP leaders. Mr. Ishwarappa added that a meeting of the BJP legislature party will be held in the evening to discuss the political developments. Water Resources Minister D.K. Shivakumar has alleged that the BJP has kidnapped Independent Minister H. Nagesh and forcibly taken him to Mumbai in a chartered flight, claiming that he got a call from Mr. Nagesh, who revealed that he was being kidnapped. Mr. Shivakumar says, "He wanted me to rush to the airport and rescue him, sir, but by the time I came they had taken him, sir." Earlier in the day, Mr. Nagesh, who was recently inducted in the cabinet, submitted his resignation to the governor and also released a letter extending his support to the BJP. In a desperate attempt to save the government, all 21 ministers from the Congress have voluntarily resigned from the cabinet. This is to enable the reconstitution of a fresh cabinet by accommodating disgruntled MLAs. They have resigned voluntarily and have entrusted the party to take necessary decision to reshuffle the government in the present scenario. I sincerely thank the ministers for their sacrifice for defeating the anti-democratic attitude of BJP. AICC General Secretary K.C. Venugopal says, Coordination Committee Chairman Siddaramaiah points out that the BJP did not get a mandate to form the government. Says, they may have got a few seats more than the Congress, but they did not get a mandate. They are continuously trying to destabilize the government, and the state BJP unit is backed by the central unit. They are threatening MLAs with dire consequences and are using Enforcement Directorate, income tax and other agencies to get MLAs in their fold. Previously 5 times they have failed, and now 6th time too they will face failure. We have told our ministers to be prepared for any sacrifice, and we would reconstitute the cabinet later. But now our ministers have voluntarily agreed to resign and have submitted their resignation letters to the party. Mr. Siddaramaiah appeals to those who have resigned to return. Says, we will recast the ministry keeping in mind social justice. We are persuading the rebels to come back. All 22 Congress ministers have resigned. Some ministers who were not able to come will also come and submit resignations. Human beings have weaknesses, but a political party should not exploit persons' weaknesses. The former chief minister further adds that, except Shankar, who is an independent minister, all 21 have resigned voluntarily. They have now left it to the party. Under the law, the Speaker has to take the decision now regarding the 13 MLAs resignations. Our ministers have entrusted the party for taking the necessary decision to reshuffle the government in the present scenario. I sincerely thank the ministers for their sacrifice for defeating the anti-democratic attitude of BJP. We believe in the MLAs and we are ready to discuss everything. Those who resigned should come back to strengthen their own party. We are confident that they will come back and this government will continue, he adds. AICC General Secretary K.C. Venugopal along with Coordination Committee Chairman Siddaramaiah hold emergency press conference. Mr. Venugopal says, the BJP has been trying to destabilize the Congress JDS government continuously. This time also they are using their entire central agencies and are indulging in horse trading. Congress is strong enough to handle this situation. We are confident in saving this government. We are aware of the grievances of the MLAs. But we cannot accommodate everybody. To save the government, the ministers have themselves offered to resign from the party. He further claims, the rebel MLAs will join. We are confident the government will continue and this will be the sixth failure of the BJP in its attempts to destabilize the government, terming the BJP a poacher party. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary says his party will try to raise the Karnataka crisis issue in Parliament. We'll try to raise the Karnataka issue in Parliament, but we won't reveal our weapons. But it is clear that BJP is a poacher party. Mr. Chaudhary, who is the leader of the Congress in Lok Sabha, told reporters outside the Parliament. PTI. Water Resources Minister D.K. Shivakumar tells media that all the ministers were ready to sacrifice to save the government. He spoke to the media after the end of the breakfast meeting. Independent MLA H. Nagesh resigns as minister in the JDS Congress coalition government in Karnataka and at the same time has announced his support to the BJP. He met Governor Vajubhai Vala on July 8 morning and submitted letters of resignation as minister, and another expressing support to the BJP. With this, the number of MLAs who have resigned so far has gone up to 13. In January, Mr. Nagesh came out in support of the BJP but changed his stand after he was made a minister on June 14. With the support of Mr. Nagesh, the strength of the BJP in the assembly has gone up to 106. If the resignations of the 13 MLAs are accepted, the strength of the assembly will drop to 211. With the simple majority being 106 which the BJP now has achieved, the strength of the JDS Congress coalition has dropped to 104, pushing it to a minority. The meeting with the Congress leaders is learned to have discussed the possibilities of saving the government, including the option of offering the rebels ministerial berths. Congress leaders, including Mr. Venugopal, also held a series of meetings, which went on till late in the night, on plans to save the government. Among options, the party is mulling constituting a fresh cabinet by instructing all its ministers to resign. According to sources, the party hopes this major surgery will help woo the rebels. The ministers are likely to be informed about this at a breakfast meeting convened by Deputy Chief Minister G. Parameshwar on Monday. The rebel MLAs, camping at a luxury hotel in Mumbai, remained adamant, saying there was no question of reconsidering their resignations. Of the 13 MLAs who have submitted resignations from the assembly, 10 are camping in Mumbai. 3 others are set to join them on Monday. The rebel Congress MLA said there was no question of their attending the Congress legislature party meeting on Tuesday as they had already submitted their resignations.